Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever area chart you're wanting to look at. If you're not familiar with your birth chart, there is a link down below in the description for AstroSeek to get a birth chart from them. They're my favourite of all the different sites. There's loads out there. So being a general reading rules apply. Timing is far from absolute. There is a past and a present in this spread. So, if the past and the present don't fit, don't try and make it fit. Go and watch your moon sign. Go and watch your rising sign. In fact, I would say always watch your rising sign. In ancient astrology, that was the more important of the signs. So, as I say, timing's not absolute. If someone else appears in here, it's possible I can get you mixed up. That doesn't tend to happen a great deal, I don't think, but and no comments have pointed out to me otherwise so far. But what you can do with this reading, and I invite you to do so, is to ask a question beforehand. So take a moment, think about all of the questions that are around you at the moment and focus on one of them. Be aware of all of them because the cards will answer what they want. But if you focus on one, that theoretically gives energy to the process that I will then return to you in the form of a useful reading. If not, the universe will find a way, so don't worry about it, and go and watch your rising sign. So, the only other bit of housekeeping I've got is there's a link down below for the Facebook page for this channel. I post these videos, obviously. I post astrology videos that I watch the forecast type ones. But I also have an inbox there, so if you want to approach me for a personal reading, that's the way to do it. All right, so let me bring the cards up. Ooh, bit of a weird focus thing going on there, but let me bring the cards up for you. So then, Scorpio, I really want to say, and I don't think this is news to you, that I want to call this reading once more into the fray. We've got how you're feeling at the moment, quite combative. Yes, look, quite competitive. We have Five of Swords, which in this particular deck I often see as a card of camaraderie, but it's also, you could say it's looking at the spoils of war. But personally, I think this is the night before preparing for the battle this time. And it might not be a battle that you particularly want to go into, with the Devil card being straight underneath it, which I will clarify in a moment. But you're aware that you have got several options of how to proceed forward. Excuse me, you just don't know which one you want to choose yet. Because this is coming off the back of a recent victory. Things have been good recently by the looks of things, but now it's almost like you've been backed into a corner, I think. Let's use that card. So we've got the Three of Swords. Yeah, something has happened that hurt, but backed you into a corner. It's like, how do I react? Because I do feel that you don't necessarily want to react the way that you feel you should react. Or that there's a number of feelings that have come up that have made you go, yeah, but if I act on them, that's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. And I do want to remind you that at the moment you are surrounded by people that love you, that you have got good friends around you, and that there is that you have had an element of victory. But I don't know whether this means you or whether this means someone around you. Someone's not quite getting the credit and the thanks that they deserve for the work that they're putting in. And I also feel that the victory that you are aware of, yes, it opens up whole new doors for you, whole new world for you. But it's not quite what you think it is. As in the victory itself. The whole new world, yes, absolutely. But the victory was not quite what you thought it was. There's an element of Well, I suppose that what I could say is a good PR job was sold to you. You know, there's, I have won, and yes, you have, and it means this, this, and this. But it also means a few other things as well, which is what is coming apparent, and I think is what is creating that sense of getting ready for a fight. Because whatever this victory was, you was working for it for a while, but it was in a way of protecting what was yours, but the only way that you could protect what was yours was by expressing it loudly. And with this particular Four of Pentacles, it's almost like, here's my atom bomb, and the only way I protect my atom bomb is by detonating my atom bomb. There's the only way to protect your position or your authority or your power was to express your position, authority or power. And you was feeling good with that, but it was a harvest that, like, how far do I really want to go with this? And this Lovers card, the male Lovers card, this Star Spinner's Tarot, where's that smoke come from? Oh, my joystick has gone out. Just check it's not set fire to the floor. No, it seems safe. This male card is all, you have been supported by someone who was just as strong as you were and just as active as you were, they were helping in your defense. They were flying in the face of whoever was laying the law down, and it's a process that has allowed you to see the value, Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here, of what was, of what the struggle was. However, there is an element here that this battle is not over. That's what I might call the reading, actually. That's a good one if I remember it. This battle is not over. We've got Gabriel, Angel of Heralds here, but it's going to be a good battle, as in it's going to be a good result. Which is what this Solar Angel here is telling me, is what we've got the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, so a divine pairing right at the very end. So that really does express that sense of complete and fulfilled emotion, you know, not emotional issues, but where you're actually able to go, I'm happy with how this has turned out. Even if you are still balancing two different forces and helping them drive forward together, which is what that male card, I think, where the Lovers card there was talking about as well. However, there's warnings here all over. If there is something that has recently been denied you by circumstance, that's okay. This is what this Forbidden card is telling me. Because that is spirit or who or whatever, parts of yourself, turning around and going, no, it's not in your interest. Where your interest is yes, heading into this confrontation that you are aware of coming or is going on, but doing it in terms of service, not in terms of I'm right, I will be proved right, but doing it in the terms of this is the best thing for everybody concerned. Now, if you've wandered over to the I'm right, that is where you will be denied. If you're doing it in the terms of service, then that is where you are bringing fresh new potentialities into the world. We've got the Giving Birth card here from the Gateway Oracle. From the Moonology deck, we've got Take Time to Breathe Out and step out of your comfort zone. So yes, you've got to dive into this confrontation. You've got to dive into this dragon's lair. But breathe. Think about it beforehand. Work out what the highest, because Hierophant here, what the highest expression of what you're wanting to achieve actually is. Because there's a risk that, okay, how can I put this? Part of what your recent victory is, I think you will soon be, if you are not already, disillusioned with it. I'm not saying all of it, I'm just saying some of it, where you go, yeah, I won, but that's not right. And that not right bit might be partly as a result of your actions rather than somebody else's actions. So that, yeah, that's not right, is something that needs addressing, something that needs balancing. Now, I believe that you will find a way forward to balance it because you've got the equipment and the support King of Swords. But if you've got that nagging feeling of, yeah, that bit's not right, then you not just have to know that inside. You have to speak out and say, I've won, I got this, that bit's not right. And take ownership of it and take ownership of trying to change it so that you will find that there will be support for you as long as you are doing your best to set things right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think you were setting right a wrong. And that was a good thing. But in the process of doing that, another wrong has been either created or revealed. More than likely, I think, with this Princess of Cups influence, it's more been revealed more than anything. So there's, let's see, what else, right, because you've learned, okay, so you need to be really, really careful about the faith that you have in yourself here. You've leveled up before, and all that happened is that you ended up getting hurt in that process, taking on a huge burden, but you were supported. You managed to come to peace with that. You managed to come to terms with it, and it did lead you back then. Look, Ten of Cups, Ten of Cups. It leaded you back then to a happier place. Where you was able to rest, you was able to go, right, okay. So whatever this recent thing is, it's interesting because it was a burden that you flourished under. And it was a burden that may have landed in your lap as a result of somebody else's defeat, somebody else's loss. But you were happy under that. You were able to strike forward under that fast, but the world has been changing recently. Remember all those positive lessons. It's almost like it's time for you to give something back by taking on this fight. Oh good, yet another fight, but in terms of service, and have a look at if this fight, whatever it is one that ends up doing positive things for people later on, then yes, it is a good one. I mean, I know you fear that it could just be leaving you all with nothing and that you are being misguided and that you're not going to be able to balance these two forces. But as we can see here with this Two of Wands, yes, you are able to balance these two forces, and you're able to make those two forces both mature to a more positive end here. So let's have a look. Two of Cups, if there's a love thing going on as well, divine partnership here, Two of Cups here, so that's all positive. But it's also, it's stressy on the way to positive. We have Seven of Cups, lots of options. Eight of Swords, the anxiety. And this is a very hamstrung Eight of Swords. This is one that I can normally see positive, or sometimes see positive aspects to the Eight of Swords, sorry, but not on this one. This is someone who's been blinded and doesn't feel free to move, because then with that Seven of Cups, it's almost like there's too many options and none of them seem real. This is why there's the element of service as seen by this Two of Cups. So as long as you are sticking to your highest intention, whatever that may mean, then you will excel. But you have to create the balance with the highest intention. And the only way of doing that is by approaching this fight in terms of service rather than in terms of being proved right or just being victorious, because it's not a survival issue, it's a service issue. Well, that was quicker than I thought it would be, but there you go, Scorpio. Interesting time ahead for you. So if it does mean anything to you, comment down below. Obviously, I'm a YouTuber, so like, share, subscribe, please. You know, they all help. The like helps the video get seen by more people, theoretically. And a subscribe really helps the channel, because I've just passed my first birthday and I'm still a baby channel. Okay, have fun, Scorpio. I will see you at the full moon readings. But yeah, this is a big time that's coming up here, and this sense of service is the really most important one. So is that your 5th house, 7th house, 6th house, isn't it? Your house of service. So yeah, this will work out for you as long as you're approaching it in that service mindset. I'm repeating myself. I will see you later.